introduce you to some aspects of one particular aspect of material science, which is related to acoustics. Okay, since it's only a very short talk, I won't go into the complete details of how we do about it. I will only give you a direction. I will only introduce you to a new direction, which is through which the new research is being performed related to acoustics. Is this on? Well, acoustics, when we speak of acoustics, the first thing which comes to our mind is what frequencies we can hear in given as sound intensity, what frequencies can we, what are the frequencies in the audible range. It is well known 20 Hz to 20 kHz. Apart from that, a fundamental property of a material relating acoustics is we can hear sound only when it is in a particular medium. It can be in air, water, liquid or any gas state. But you cannot hear when it is in vacuum. You cannot hear sound when the ambience is surrounded with vacuum. Well, what are the possible applications of acoustic materials? Well, to be precise, we have acoustic materials all over, even including this room. Very good example is this chair. The material embedded in the chair is typically the spongy material which is there for cushioning. It also acts as an acoustic material. It will dissipate the acoustic energy into heat. This is also an acoustic material. Materials which are included below the car and beneath the bonnet of a car, those are also acoustic materials. Apart from that, we have acoustic materials which are used in recording studios and even auditoriums where you need precise control of the sound for the audience. This is all what has been done till date. Well, the new direction which is going in this is something coined as, well, prior to that, every acoustic field or in fact any wave can be characterized through this equation. Frequency, speed, frequency and wavelength can be correlated this way. And these are the general terms like what are wavelength, transmission coefficient, reflection coefficient. These are the things which are typically used to characterize any particular wave related to acoustics. This is only a revision. No, the way this field of acoustics is moving is through this. This is called phononics. What is a phononics? It's called phononics. The field is called phononics, and these objects which you see here are phononic crystals. Well, phononic crystal can be anything in particular. There's nothing like something cannot be a phononics. Any particular object which you use for your acoustic studies can be coined as phononic crystal. So for the fundamental understanding of what is going on, this is how you can imagine as phononic crystals, like slabs on one over the other, and if you want a two-dimension, you can stack up cylinders in array forms, or if you are looking for a three-dimension, you can consider it something related to spheres embedded in a closed box, and you want to study how this sound field behaves. Well, during the as I speak, if you do not understand anything, just feel free to interrupt. Well, this is any crystal which you perform to acoustic related studies can be coined as phononic crystal. Well, what is the advantage of this phononic crystal? Well, when I speak, you are able to hear just because my frequency is falling in the audible range. The advantages of using this frequency is I will have particular band gaps, as in, what should this looking? Okay. The advantage of using this crystal is if you have this particular material in between me and in between your ears, you may not be able to hear the sound. If I tune this particular frequency in between audible range, and if I have such kind of a material in between, you will not be able to hear the sound. That is one primary advantage. Well, so advantage of this is you can tune acoustic properties. You can tune it the way which you want. If you want the frequencies to be in megahertz to be blocked, well, that could be done. The next part of the talk is slightly related to phononics. It goes in the other way. Usually all the properties which we have, density, coefficient of thermal expansion and elastic coefficients, are all positive. Well, there is a new set of materials which are called metamaterials, as if the name itself suggests it is meta, meaning it's not going in the usual way. It exhibits an opposite trend. Like if you can, in this figure, if you see in mediums 1 and 2, if I give an incident wave, it typically reflects into longitudinal and transverse wave, but it goes along the same direction. But if it is a metamaterial, that basically says if it is not going according to nature, it goes the other way. That is one primary property of this. Well, how do we characterize in engineering terms? The wavelength which you send will be much larger compared to the crystal dimensions. Well, where do they find applications in? They find applications in sound focusing, acoustic cloaking and collimation. I will tell you what each of them are. Well, this is negative refraction. I said they will have all negative properties. So, you send a wave this way, it goes the other way. And in a phononic crystal, if you were to visualize, if you send it, it usually is supposed to go this way, but it bends, and again here it is supposed to go this way, but it is going to go the other way. Well, what is the advantage of these metamaterials? You can use it as an amplifier. If you were to consider a conventional amplifier, you will have all the electronic circuitry which is all exterior to what is this exterior to the source of the sound. But using this metamaterials and combining metamaterials and phononic crystals, you can integrate and create sound amplification within the system with a simple crystal. With a small object you can as well create. I mean, you're just going to mold the flow of sound, and that is going to amplify the sound. Well, one immediate application of this will be in ultrasound imaging. Ultrasound imaging has been existing, but it has been used with the materials what are currently existing in the nature. So, if I were to if the research goes well, you can tune these kind of crystals to develop better images in ultrasonic imaging. Yeah. So these are the very good references if somebody wants to give it a start of where this phononic crystals and material science is going on. These are some references which will provide you with good amount of knowledge for beginners.